G'day everyone, welcome to Rule of Reason, where we cut through the noise. No nonsense, no doom, no yelling, just clarity and perspective. On today's episode, I've titled it, Why Modern Life is Making Us Miserable. And the first point is the paradox of progress. And I want to focus on an uncomfortable truth. We as a Western society have never had more convenience than we do now. But at the same time, we have never been more disconnected. And think about it. We have access to clean water in our houses, heating, cooling. You can have food delivered to your house. You have healthcare widely available. And yet rates of depression, anxiety, and mental health issues have never been higher, especially amongst young people. Now, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to specifically blame social media, because that's lazy. Like, that'll get you clicks, but it's not digging deeper and finding out what the root cause is to these problems. So let's dig a little bit deeper and move on to point 2, which is we have never been more connected than we are now, but we are all less present. We are all constantly distracted. We live in a world where nothing demands your full attention. You can be sitting on the couch, watching a movie, texting a friend, ordering your dinner, and watching reels all at the same time. And while that might sound impressive, it's terrible for your mental health. Our minds weren't built to be constantly stimulated. They need a break, but we're never giving them a chance to rest or be still or reflect. We're so bombarded with novelty that we lose the ability to focus. And without the ability to focus, we actually lose the ability to just enjoy things. Now, here's a hard truth. Most people don't know what true peace feels like anymore. And we often confuse stimulation with fulfillment. Point 3 is called noise without meaning. And what I mean is there's information overload. We are drowning in opinions, trends, updates, breaking news, and none of them actually truly affect our daily lives. And yet we carry the emotional weight of all of those things with us all day. You wake up and you see war footage on your feed. In the comments section, a battle of the culture wars. You see fake perfection from influencers, and it all just generates this constant pressure to be on. We've traded knowledge for noise, awareness for anxiety, and connection for comparison. When you're exposed to so much of the world every day, it becomes almost impossible to be grounded in your own life. And that leads me to point 4. We've lost the village. We aren't designed to do life alone. For most of human history, we didn't. We lived in villages, communities, family groups. You knew your neighbors. Your cousins lived down the road, and your church or community group was not that far away, and that's where you did life together. There was accountability, shared responsibility, and memory. If something went wrong, someone showed up. If you were struggling, someone noticed. But that's not how things work anymore. Modern life has traded connection for convenience. We live in cities full of strangers and outsource care to institutions. We scroll past suffering with a double tap or a swipe. And one of the biggest epidemics in the world is loneliness. But people don't even seem to know the cause or who to blame. But the human need for connection hasn't changed. And the Bible does cover it pretty well. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10 says, 2 are better than 1, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls, one can help the other up, but pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. That's where we are today. People are falling, but they have We've mistaken independence for strength. But the truth is that real strength is found in community and in showing up for one another. We were never meant to carry things on our own. As it says in Galatians 6 verse 2, carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. That doesn't mean you fix everybody's problems. It means you notice, you lean in, you walk with people through their pain, not around it. Because healing doesn't happen in isolation, and meaning isn't found in a vacuum. It's found in the village, in the messy, inconvenient work of being human together and doing life together. If we want to rebuild a meaningful life, then we need to rebuild the village. Point number 5, I've titled The Death of Meaningful Struggle. Another uncomfortable truth is our ancestors were more than likely happier. Not because they had more stuff, but because they struggled for things that mattered. Modern life has removed a lot of hardships, and that's good. But in doing so, it's also removed that sense of purpose that comes with overcoming struggles and obstacles. But think about it. How do you feel after you overcome or complete a hard gym workout, or you've had something that was broken and you fixed it yourself, or even as simple as you helped a friend move house? Struggle, when chosen by us and meaningful, grounds us. It reminds us of our strength, of our usefulness, and our place in the world. Comfort is nice, but too much comfort makes us soft, makes us restless and resentful. So what do? Let's not end on despair. As I always try and do, is I want to have practical solutions to the problems that we highlight on this show. Rule of Reason is about making common sense common again. So how do we overcome this despair, this meaninglessness? You can start by reclaiming your attention. When you eat, put your phone down. Go for a walk without headphones. Learn to be alone with your thoughts again. Step 2 is rejoin the world. Reconnect with people in real life. Host a dinner for your friends. Join a local community group or church. But the key is to prioritize conversations in real life, not digital ones. Point 3, do hard things on purpose. Exercise. Learn a skill. Become a volunteer. Things as simple as clean your house without complaining. Find something in your life that requires effort and lean into it. Number 4, filter the noise. Get onto your social media account, find anyone that you follow, any page that you follow, and unfollow anyone that makes you feel empty. Choose content that informs or uplifts, not just entertains. And step 5 is simplify things. You don't need to keep up with everything. Focus on what actually matters in your life, because most of everything else is just noise. Modern life isn't evil. Technology isn't evil. Comfort isn't evil. But without wisdom, all of these things will quietly make us miserable. And that's why Rule of Reason exists. Not to rage against the modern world, but to make sense of it. To reclaim agency, one point at a time. You are not helpless. You are not broken. You are just caught in a system that rewards distraction over reflection. But you can opt out. Choose presence, choose people, choose effort, and choose meaning. I hope that episode was helpful. You found something useful in it. Next time, I've titled the episode, The Great Lie, Do What Makes You Happy, and why the pursuit of happiness is not what you should be doing, and we'll discuss what you should be doing instead. Thank you for joining me again on another episode of Rule of Reason. I hope that together we are all growing and learning how to navigate the chaos of day-to-day life in this modern world so that we can all grow and be better together. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you next time.